Hi, family, and welcome to Get the Tea on Me Royalty. And I shall also be posting this video on spiritual soul food. I'm just going to say this. My plan was to do daily affirmations. But the way my life is set up, maybe what I'll start doing is in the beginning of my videos, maybe I can just do an affirmation before I do each video. Start a video off with affirmations, and that way, even though I'm doing other content within that video, at least you get the daily affirmation still. Because I felt kind of bad that I hadn't did one for the past. We ain't gonna talk about that. So, still reading from our book, and this this particular category is on peace of mind. Okay, and I opened the book, and this is what Spirit told me to read for today. Somebody needs a peace of mind, and this is a little lengthy, so bear with me. Peace of mind. To be glad of life because it gives you the chance to love and to work, to play, to look up at the stars, to be satisfied with your possessions, though not content with yourself until you have made the best of them. To despise nothing in the world except falsehood and meanness, and to fear nothing except cowardice. To be governed by your own admirations rather than by your disgust. To covet nothing that is your neighbor's except their kindness of heart and gentleness of manner. To think seldom of your enemy, often of your friends, and every day of the Great Mother, Great Spirit, whatever your higher power is. And to spend as much time as you can with body and with spirit. Oh, in the Great Mother's outdoors, in nature. These are little guideposts on the footpath to peace. Okay? Forgiving those who hurt us is the key to personal peace. And that is by G. Weatherly. G. Weatherly. I like this one. And I'm going to read one more because I think we need this today. It says, to keep a peace of mind, the first rule is to keep an untroubled spirit. The second is to look things in the face and know them for what they are. Okay? And that is by Marcus Aurelius. I hope I said that right. So, getting on here today, I have to say that in order to keep my peace of mind, I've had to cut off a lot of people in my life, and a lot of stuff that they were doing were kind of like backhanded, secretly. People who have a unhealed energy, because I have done the work to heal myself. It is hard for me to be around people or to accept energy from people who are not healed. Well, let's just say I resonate with this because it's what I'm learning is to be glad of life, as it says, because it gives you a chance to love, work, and play, look up at the stars, enjoy nature, enjoy all the beautiful things that Spirit provides for us, that is free, that money can't buy. It also says to despise nothing in the world except falsehood and meanness. And because I did so much work to heal myself, it's really hard for me to accept a person being, mean or evil or vindictive, because, we've all traveled a path where we've made mistakes. And we probably were mean, at some point in our life, or people didn't understand our way of moving. And so it could have came off as meanness or arrogance or anything of that nature. Um, Though this video basically is to read the affirmation, but it's also a video where I would like to talk about something I just recently went through. And I can just say that, throughout my journey, because I've been to jail before. I used to sell drugs, you know what I'm saying? I used to be in the life, so that's no secret, and I've even been to prison. Did I already say that? Though at the end of the day, that was something that I had to go through because of my purpose. As I said in another video, I had a lot of crazies in my bloodline, and I don't want to call them crazies, but they were a lot of unhealed people, and they left here unhealed. And so before I came to Earth for this particular journey, I assigned myself to clean up the bloodline, meaning I had to go through everything they went through in order to heal it. I am a chosen one. I'm not a black sheep. I'm a chosen one. and I've taken on the heaviest assignment of the bloodline. And I don't want to cry right now because this is a sensitive subject for me. But for the past month, my ancestors have been trying to get me to see a certain person. So even though I forgive this person, I love them, I will do anything for them still if my ancestors say I can. Because anytime I've tried to do something, most recently, they would somehow block it or make me have a bill or something that I need to do immediately so that I don't do this for this person. And I couldn't understand that. I couldn't understand it because it was like, why do you guys keep blocking it every time I want to do something for this person? And they were like, we'll show you, you'll see. And so, yesterday, I mean, not yesterday, but the other day was the last straw for my inner child. She was like, I'm done with this. I don't want to do it anymore. And so I asked her, I said, so what do you want to do about it? Because I'm going to always have unconditional love for this person because that is what I've seen them in the past have for me. What I've seen this person have for me. So I wanted to try to, if someone's loyal to me or someone shows me that they've had my back, I'm going to always remember that and I'm going to always feel indebted. And Spirit said, the gig is up on that. You don't owe nobody nothing. Okay, you don't owe nobody nothing. They did their job for what they were supposed to do, what they were assigned to do for you until you got to this point. So they were on an assignment as well as I am. So whatever they did, that was what they were supposed to do. That is what they agreed to do when they came here. Though this energy that they're walking in now, it's not compatible with my inner child. And my inner child shakes her head every time. And she said, I do not want to feel that anymore. And so yesterday, honestly, I just had to block them because what I see is an unhealed person. And so that's what I'm addressing it as. This is an unhealed person and they still have a lot of healing to do. And something in me triggers that. Whatever it is, it triggers it. And so for me, I just want to say that I'm really happy that I was strong enough to do it because I'm going to tell you guys, after I blocked that person, it was almost like a cord was cut. And my inner child was so happy. Do you know I've been singing all day? People been walking past. It's almost like my beauty began to come back. It's almost like I was feeling drained, and now my beauty was coming. I looked in the mirror today. I was like, wow. I didn't know if it was the honey and papaya. I didn't know if it was the honey and papaya I was putting on my skin every day, or what it was. But I had a whole new look today. A whole new look. And a very beautiful woman coming out of Target. I mean, she was gorgeous coming out of Target, looked at me and gave me a sincere, you are so beautiful. And that my name Kasima means beautiful, but I knew that was an ancestors letting me know, look, because you cut that cord, all of your magic is able to flow. I mean, I felt like a fairy, like I could fly today. I haven't felt that since forever. I haven't felt that since forever. So what that told me is this person has been doing this to me since I was a child. Something was happening with me as a child. Now, they had this loving part about them, though there was a narcissistic side to them. And that narcissistic, that whatever that energy is that they haven't healed from what someone did to them, or maybe this is the way someone treated them, which I know it happened because I was present. That's what they're feeding me. And that's all they have for me these days. Honestly, every time this person would do something, I would just be strong enough to bear it and just say, you know what, forget it. That person had done so much for me. Girl, you can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. And the answers was like, we're going to tell you this one last time. You're not going to get your blessings and all of the things that we have waiting in this big old treasure chest for you until you let go of all the energies that are draining you or your inner child. Anything that's not lifting you up on the throne that you know you're supposed to be on, anything that's not putting you on that pedestal, anything that's not applauding you and going crazy for your magic and promoting you like they do everybody else, get them out of your energy. Cut them off. And the thing is, I'm still gonna call this person. I still love them. I want to see how you doing. Whatever conversation we can have that's uplifting. But I'm aware I was so busy chopping up the body of the snake, but the one that had the actual power to guide the minds and the energy of the whole flock, they were using it the same way that the attackers were, the envious people, the ones that were jealous. They were on that same page. They support that, honestly. They support that energy. And so Spirit was like, if you don't chop the head off that damn snake real fast, we're not going to give you this treasure chest. And so my inner child looked at me and I looked at her and chopped the head off the snake. I had to. And, I don't feel bad about it. I felt so good today. Everything that I spoke about, after I chopped the head off the snake, I'm going to put up all the posts, all of the signs that I was getting that I did the right thing. They actually was coming up in my Facebook posts, in my Facebook memories, and then the songs that was by Floetry. What's that song? Let it go so you can grow. You gotta let it go, let it go. It's a whole song about letting things go so you can breathe. And it's like her whole album spoke to me today. The whole album spoke to me today, and it was just building me up. And it was like I felt victorious. I've been feeling the victory though, because I kept holding on to that energy for dear life, just hoping that one day it will see me in the light that I am. Soon as I let that go, Spirit was like, okay, now we can get grooving. Now we can do what we need to do. Because you no longer depend on that energy. You no longer look for that energy to applaud you. You no longer look at that energy. That energy can no longer hurt you. And I'm going to tell you, before, when my inner child told me she wanted me to block them, I cried. I started crying. And I cried most of the night because I couldn't believe that this was the last person I thought that was really stuck in an energy that was not productive for me, you know. But I couldn't deny the negativity that they kept shooting at me. Okay, but for some reason, you don't see me. You don't have to pretend anymore that you don't see me. I feel there's enough people still there to whereas that energy can she can still they can feed off each other. But I didn't took myself out of the equation. And if you guys look up the album by Floetry and the songs, you gotta let it go so you can grow. Listen to that whole song if somebody may need that song for today, because it is definitely something Spirit had me playing back to back. You gotta let it go so you can grow, so you can breathe. Okay, and then it was another one. It was just so many of them. But I'm going to come back and do another video because this video is almost 30 minutes long. So I'm going to do another video on just the signs that I got after that healing process. Be glad to be glad of life, because it gives you chances to love and to work and to play and to look up at the stars, to be satisfied with your possessions, though not content with yourself to have made the best of them. To despise nothing. Don't despise anything in this whole entire world except for falsehood and meanness. To fear nothing except cowardice. To be governed by your admirations rather than your disgust. To think seldom of your enemy and often of your friends. And every day thank the Great Mother or whoever your higher power is. And to spend as much time as you can with body, mind, and spirit in the outdoors, in nature. Hug a tree. They don't say that in the book, but hug a tree. I'm a tree hugger. Okay? These are the little guideposts on the footpath to peace. Forgiving those who hurt us is the key to personal peace. The first rule is to keep an untroubled spirit. The second is to look things in the face. You hear that? Know them for who they are. Because at the end of the day, no matter what they say, in each and every single way, I am royalty. You are royalty. We are royalty, family. We are. And I shall see you in a minute. Ashe.